Hello, I'm Kia Hanning. I'm doing some strength and conditioning and mobility work today. I have a chair, so all of these can be done with the chair or standing, whichever, or a combination if you'd like to do that. I have 5-pound weights, but you can use whatever you have. You can use coffee cans, you can use just any canned beans or whatever. If you have weights, use the weights. You can do body weight, whatever works. So we're just gonna start by marching in place just to get things moving a little bit, and we're gonna touch our shoulders as we march, and heads are straight, backs are straight, shoulders are down. I'm outside today because it's nice enough to be outside, so yay for that. And then we're going to, just to get our coordination working, we're going to have our arms out to the side. We're going to step forward with our toe, bring our opposite arm forward and back. So we're going to step here. If you want to do this to music, you can get your music going and pick, something that's got a good fast beat so that you can get your heart pumping a little bit. It's hard for me to tell if I'm getting warmed up because it is a little chilly in the wind, but it's okay. I'm outside, that's what matters, and I'm excited about that. So we're just tapping, alternate arm, alternate foot, shoulders stay down, heads are flat. Then the next one we're going to do is our arms are going to go to one side and our foot is going to go to the other side. So again, we're stepping out quickly, but keeping our form. We want to keep our torso and legs in line, so whatever leg I'm standing on, that should all be in one line. We're not tilting. That is useful for some things, but that's not what we're doing today. So I'm just stepping out to the side, arms swinging, heads are back, or heads are straight, shoulders are down and back. If you don't want to pick up your feet, you can tap your toe. Everyone can see. But you can tap. If your balance is such that you don't really want to even pick up your foot, you can just lift as you shift your weight back and forth. So whatever works best, whatever option. If you're lifting, you can see to work a little bit of your mobility, lift your legs higher. The big key is to not tilt. So see how far you can go, how high you can go comfortably and safely. If you get to an ow or you feel a steep pull, then you've gone too far. So we want to work within what our body is going to allow us to do. We're breathing normally and steadily. All right, so we're going to shake out a little bit. We're going to get our weights. We're going to start just with raises to the side. So we're going to bring out to the side, shoulders stay down, and we're going to do 12 of these. If you have grinding or pain, then first make sure that your shoulders are down in their sockets. If you still have grinding or pain, go to a lighter weight. If it's still grinding or pain, go to body weight. If it's still grinding and pain, then skip this one. And then you can just go back to our kind of swinging side steps. I'm not sure how many that was, so we'll call it 12. Next, we're going to do just front rows. So shoulders are down and back. We're going to raise up and down. If you want to get a little bit of cardio, you can do butt kickers. You don't necessarily have to go with your movement. You can kind of do opposite feet. I feel very uncoordinated doing this, and it's very weird not to do this with music. Anyway, so 12 of those. I've lost count of how many. So we'll call that 12. If you've done more, great. If you haven't gotten to 12, then make sure you get to 12. Next, we're going to, whether you've been sitting or not, we're going to sit, and we're going to just let our heads come forward, bodies come forward, heads hang down, and we're going to come out to the side. So shoulders stay down and back, our arms come out to the side, and 12. Good. Once you're done, you're going to put your fists on your thighs to straighten up. This is going to help keep your back happy so that you're not just straightening just with your back. So the next one, we're going to go to a little bit of legs, lower body. So we're going to step out to the side and sink down and come up together, step out to the other side and down. Try to get at least to parallel. If you have a lot of good depth in your squat, great, but you don't have to go past parallel if you don't want. I don't always go to parallel because I have knee issues and that doesn't let me go to parallel sometimes. So the big thing is to make sure that your knees stay behind your toes. I don't know if you can see in the video, but when I drop down, my knees should stay behind my toes. So even if I come low, that was my knee, that's okay. They should stay behind. If you bring them forward, then we're gonna have problems. So I would like, let's call it 10 on each side. I have no idea how many I've done because I can't count and talk, but I'll call this 7, 8, 9. You can hold a weight in your hand if you want as you do this. 10. Good. So then we're going to shake it out a little bit. I want to go back to our weights. You can do this without a body, without weight. You can't do it without a body. You can do it without weight, so you can do a body weight. So first we're going to start with a basic punch. So we're going to step to the side and punch and punch. I'd like you to start with your fists up, so your weights are up, and then rotate your hand so your fist palm is down as we punch to the side. You can go faster. You can go faster with the side squats too. So back stays straight. We're turning from the hips. We're tapping our back foot. Try to keep your arm parallel, but not higher than parallel. So next we're going to add a movement to this. So we're going to, try to remember how to do this. We punch and swing, punch and swing. So we punch out and then we use the momentum as we turn our hips to come back in. We punch and swing, punch, swing, punch, swing, punch, swing, punch, swing. Try this a little bit without weights because the swinging can cause problems. Shoulders should stay down, back should stay straight. This isn't a punch punch. We're not throwing it from our hips. We're just letting the momentum turn us. So normally a punch, you'd use your whole body. We're not going to use our whole body in this. We're just kind of swinging our arm out, then letting the weight and momentum come back as we turn. We're breathing. We're not letting the wind knock us down. Hopefully you can hear me. I did a test and it worked, but who knows? Now it's windy. All right. So shoulders are down. The next one we're going to do are called 6 guns. Again, you can do this body weight. You can do this seated or standing. We're going to get a little bit of a hinge in our bodies like we would do with the kettlebell swing. So just start to feel that movement. Let your arms swing back as your hips slide. And we're going to swing up. Don't hit yourself with the weights, whatever you're holding. So you're going to swing and up. Make sure your hips or your shoulders stay down as you swing back. This is mostly driving with your hips. Back stays flat, so I'm not hunching down. I want my back to stay flat as I swing. And then if you want to make it harder for yourself, you can swing and punch out, come back, swing, out. Shoulders stay down as you reach out with your weights. This is harder than it looks to do with weights. There's a great video of a drill instructor dealing with a new recruit, and he's making him hold a piece of paper with his arms fully extended, and after a couple minutes the guy's hands start shaking and the drill instructor is yelling at him like, what, you're too weak to hold a piece of paper? But holding your arms out in front of you is hard. Holding your arms out in front of you with weights in them is really hard. It's going to engage your core though. This, once you're out here, is really engaging your core. So what you can do too is pull your belly button in as you push out, and then release belly button in, and that's going to help stabilize your core. You should feel this in your low back as you push out. And if you want that extra stability, that extra work, pull that belly button in. Good. All right, and shake. So we shake out a little bit. We're going to just do some basic lunges. I think we did this with the skillets as well, but lunges are good. So you can do stepping lunge is nice because it works your balance as well, or you can do just where you step out and then do your lunges. So you can step out, drop down, come back up, step out. Make sure as you come down that your knee, your front knee, the upper leg should be parallel, should be perpendicular to your lower leg, and then your back knee should come straight down. You can also do this walking if you have space. So you would just come, try to stay upright and just step straight through. Ideally, let your knee touch the floor if you can. If you need to hold on to something for some balance, then you can. But work with it. You can do that weighted. If you're going to do it weighted, you can hold your weights down at your sides. You can hold them up over on your shoulders if you want, whatever is more comfortable. I like down by my sides. It feels more stable to me. So next we'll go back to a little bit of coordination, a little bit of movement. So you can do this with a weight also. So we're going to drop down. We're going to come up and elbow straight behind us. So you want to be pretty much right at jaw height. So if you imagine that you're elbowing someone behind you, again, back stays straight. So we're just hinging with our hips just normally. Head is flat. And we're going to switch to the other side. You can do this with a kettlebell also if you have them. But if you're just doing it with a can, whatever works, as long as you can hold on to it well, because the next part you're going to want to hold on. Make sure your shoulder stays down. Your arm really is just coming parallel to the side, not any higher than that, but you want your shoulder to stay in the socket. And we're hinging. If the elbowing shoulder thing bothers you, you can just come straight up like you would with a kettlebell swing. That works too. So the next part, we're going to add a punch. So we want to use our hip. So we're going to swing like we did, but we're going to open our hip and rotate out. And then we're going to thrust our hip and we're going to punch up. Then we're going to come back and down. So elbow, punch, elbow, swing, elbow, punch, elbow, swing. If this doesn't work for you, or you're afraid of hitting yourself in the face, just do the elbows. Make sure you're hinging from the hips. The right hip, since I'm using my right arm, is what's going out. And we're going to switch sides. Elbow, punch, elbow, swing, elbow, punch, swing, punch, elbow, swing, elbow, punch, elbow, swing, elbow, punch, elbow, swing. We're breathing. One more. All right, good. So just some basic introductory workouts. So that one's nice because again, it's working your core, it's working your hips, working your pelvis and your hip bones a little bit, or hip joint a little bit, and then obviously your arm, upper body, we like all those things. So next, for a little bit of mobility, we're gonna have our palm up and we're gonna turn away. Oh, sorry, actually, we're gonna start here. So hand at our shoulder, we're gonna bring our hip out, swing our arm out like we're gonna show someone something, and they are not interested, then we get upset and we turn our palm. As we turn our palm, our hip comes back and we swing. So we're shifting our weight slightly. Elbow is where the rotation is. Shoulder stays down.